Hello, everyone. I just wanted to come on. I am a certified and accredited ADHD coach. I got my education through ADCA, which was one of the top academies in the world for ADHD education. So I am a certified life coach. And basically, what that is we work with ADHD clients or their loved ones, and we try to get them through any obstacles they're having that is a result of ADHD. So if you or someone that you love is diagnosed with ADHD, or if you think you might be ADHD, please reach out. I'm offering a 1-hour complimentary coaching session, which will kind of let you get an idea of what life coaching is for ADHD. You can ask me any questions that you might have related to ADHD. I am currently involved in their advanced classes, and I will get my certification for the advanced program this coming March. So basically, it's like 200 hours of coursework for ADHD, and I've been coaching now for about a year or so, and I'm offering 1 hour to let people know what it is, try it out. When I originally was floundering, I didn't know what was going on with me. I went to doctor after doctor after doctor, and I was misdiagnosed. I was overlooked. I was told I was too competent. I was too with it to have ADHD. And unfortunately, the world we have it, the mental health industry is basically in a crisis. The psychiatrists that we have are not aware of ADHD and how it plays out in adults. And I could be the poster child for hyperactive ADHD. So my goal changed and my life changed once I came across the education, once I worked with the life coach, once I enrolled in classes to learn everything I could about ADHD. It was aha moment after aha moment. And I put the pieces of the puzzle together for my entire life. I've had this my entire life, but it was just overlooked. I was born in 1970, and it really did not become a thing. Some people I knew in grammar school, middle school, and high school were diagnosed. It was mostly boys, hyperactive boys. Years passed. At 42, I really started struggling with life. I really felt overwhelmed. I had been on anxiety medicine since my 20s. I was diagnosed as severe anxiety. And if I didn't take care of my anxiety, it led me into a deep, dark hole of depression. So when I could no longer manage my anxiety, I went to many psychiatrists, many primaries, OBGYN, bioidentical hormone doctor, and they all missed it. I was working with a psychologist, I was working with therapists, and no one knew what was going on with me. I had had all of my, EKG done, and I had had my levels checked, and my cortisol came off through the roof. 24/7, my cortisol was through the roof, and no one could really offer me any information or even suggest it that I could be ADHD. So for 9 years, I really, really struggled and really just kept the battle of being my own health advocate and trying to find answers. When I was about 51, I came across a whole bunch of information that I read on, and it resonated with me for the very first time. Now, I had been diagnosed, maybe possibly bipolar 2, hypomania, willing to try the medicine. I had printed out the ADA definition of all of that, and it didn't seem to fit me, but I was willing to go down that path because no one else had any answers for me. So I was, on bipolar medicine for, different times. Never worked. After 6 months of trying it, I went back to the psychiatrist. They're like, okay, we've ruled out that you're bipolar because it would have helped you. And I'm like, it doesn't help me. And I knew there was something deep-seated. I knew that in my past, I could control my anxiety. I was able to balance it with healthy eating, with exercise, with medication. And then I was no longer able to do that at about age 42. Well, guess what? Perimenopause came knocking at my door at age 42. And since then, 9 years after, I came across the information that I needed to basically diagnose myself. Once I read everything, I then went to go get a professional diagnosis, and I was again turned down. Doctor after doctor, you're too with it. You own your own home. You're good in relationships. You're really good in your work career. You've really excelled in that, so you can't be ADHD. Well, you know what? I was listening to the professionals because they would know, right? They didn't know, and I was overlooked time and time and time again. My rejection sensitivity was out of control. My imposter syndrome was out of control. My anxiety was out of control. And I finally came across the information that I need to have in order to put the puzzle pieces together. And I did that on my own. And so I finally sought out an ADHD specialist and finally got diagnosed. And who knew? 51, ADHD, combined, but I mostly fall into the hyperactive. So I don't want anybody to have to go through that. Learning that, reading everything I could, educating myself, I dove into ATCA, which is the ADD Academy out of New York, one of the top academies in the world for, having an education in ADHD. And that changed my life. I worked with a life coach before I even enrolled in my classes for 6 months. I had lost all my self-esteem, all my self-confidence, and that wasn't me. But time and time and time again, trying to go, burning myself out, overwhelm, fatigue, no memory. It was just worse. It got worse and worse and worse and worse. Finally got my professional diagnosis, got myself into classes to educate myself, and then I just changed my career. I had been in the airline industry for 25 years, and I decided to leave after 25 years and dive into this because I didn't want anybody else to go through this. And if I could help other people not go through this, that was my goal. So fast forward, I'm now an ADHD coach, credited and certified, and I'm offering an hour of complimentary coaching. You got nothing to lose, right? Try it out. Take care.